Of grace, lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place, such a holy place. You are sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love is all that you are.
Good morning. We will be opening our service this morning with Right Where I Belong, followed by Gifts of the Spirit. Well, it's actually called Gifts of the Goddess, but we sing Gifts of the Spirit except on Mother's Day. Please stand.
Look at this glorious morning. Why ask for anything more? I follow where my heart leads. Walk through this open door. I've always been a seeker. Felt I was alone. Now in this room full of smiling faces, I know I found my home. This is where joy lives. This is where love is. This is a place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. Oh, oh. Here in this place I'm accepted. I'm welcome just as I am. I'm ready to be inspired, to reach out a helping hand. This is a new beginning. I trust in the mystery. Now that my heart is opened, there's no place I'd rather be. This is where joy lives. This is where love is. This is the place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. This is where art lives. This is where love is. This is the place where I am strong. This is where eyes meet, where kindred hearts beat. I am right where I belong. Oh, I am right where I belong. Oh, I am right where I belong.
Okay. Gifts of the Spirit. There's some lyrics you guys don't have. So the first time through, we're going to ask the question, are you ready? Several times. Second time through, we will sing, I am ready. And by the end, we are all ready, okay?
These are the gifts of the goddess, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit? Love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive? Love, are you ready? Joy, are you ready? Peace, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? These are the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace. Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive all the gifts of the Spirit, love, joy, and peace? Gifts of the Spirit, are you ready to receive? Love, I am ready. Joy, I am ready. Peace, I am ready. I am ready to receive. I am ready to receive. We are ready to receive.
Nice.
We are ready. Good morning. In the beginning was the one presence of the undivided and unmanifest, pure spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, and its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us and as us. The creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine expressing in all of our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this in our companion Mother Earth and in all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. We light this candle as a visible reminder of the Christ presence, expressing in, as, and through us in this present moment now. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for journeying out on this rainy day. I don't know how many of you thought just to pull the blankets back over, but you made it out, and thank you. And for those of you who are joining us online today, we welcome you as well. Thank you for joining us. Today, Reverend Frank is our minister, and he's going to come on up and give you a little preview of what we've got in store.
Yeah, good morning, Reverend Frank. I think I know everybody here. Hi, y'all. Today it's a threshold of a deeper love. And the key to that, well, it's love because we have a pink candle. The power for this month is love. The colors are pink and shades thereof. And by the way, for those of you who are here at the contemporary service last week, we created this mandala, this heart love mandala. So this is going to be up. That's where that came from if you weren't here. So we have a created piece of art for our month. So the challenge today is a keyword threshold to love, because, love is just there. We want to get there. There's nothing blocking that, is there? Yeah. Yeah, we'll explore that a little today.
And our music ministry today welcomes our friends with heart and soul. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, we're going to begin with our mission statement here at Unity of Bellingham. We are a joyful, evolving spiritual community committed to spiritual practices, compassionate living, and living on purpose. And as a joyful, evolving, and spiritually conscious community, Unity of Bellingham celebrates the uniqueness of everyone, recognizing and welcoming each person as a beautiful expression of the One. Being inclusive and non-discriminatory, we acknowledge the divine presence of all life and honor their positive presence, blessing, and contribution in the world. And this, our statement of belonging. All right, and it looks like everyone here is familiar. If there is anyone hiding out who is here for the first time, if you'd like to raise your hand, we'd love to give you a welcome. Hello. Thank you for joining us today. We're so glad you're here. You've come on our potluck Sunday, so we invite you to stay afterwards, and please join us for a bite to eat if you'd like. We'd love to say hello. All right. Okay, and at this point in time, I invite you to settle in your seats for a few moments as we gather to say our 5 principles together. And we'll pause just briefly in between so that we can allow that principle to sink in a bit. And these are written in your program, if you'd like to reference them there. God is good and present in all things. The holiness of God is my own true nature. I am creating my experiences by how I think, feel, and believe. My thinking is guided by my daily affirmative prayers and affirmative actions. I follow and am sustained by these values in every way, every day, and so it is. Moving into our time of prayer and reflection, we welcome some music to bring us to this place.
In this moment, this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind and hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
I invite you to take a gentle breath. Breathe into that space of love. And from this space, we pause and we call to mind the people or situations that might be weighing on our hearts or bouncing around in our minds, holding on. So we call to mind those people or situations at this time, and we wrap them in this spirit of love, and we place them on the altar of our hearts, trusting and knowing that we can offer these people, these situations, to love. And we can trust that the good is unfolding there. We can see and hold the vision for whatever that might look like. We offer and we release, trusting and knowing that the good is in the process of its unfolding right now. And as we move into our time of reflection, I'll be offering a meditation that's based on the readings and teachings of the Eye of the Storm book. That is the next Unity class that's taking place starting this week. Held by a turning world. Take a few moments to settle in your body. What does your body need right now to settle comfortably in this place? Shift your weight, unclench, wiggle a little. Whatever your body is asking for, we can give it right now in a soft and gentle way. Allow gravity to do its work. The chair, the floor, the ground beneath the ground, all agree to hold you right now. Take a slow breath in through the nose. Let it arrive without effort. Exhale and feel the breath leave on its own schedule. Pause. Notice how much is already cooperating with you right now. Your lungs know how to breathe. Your heart knows how to beat. Cells are repairing, adjusting, listening. You do not need to instruct them. Bring to mind the storms of your life. What is on your mind right now? A storm that may be churning within. These storms, not as enemies, but as weather. Pressure systems moving through a vast sky. Say inwardly, gently, without argument, nothing is against me. Let the words land, not as a claim to defend, but as a possibility to explore. Nothing is against me. Breathe again. Recall a moment that once felt like resistance, a delay, a conflict, a loss. See it now from a little distance, as if you're watching it from a hillside. Ask quietly, what is life asking of me? Not what went wrong, not what failed, but what shape was trying to form. Imagine the universe not as a judge or opponent, but as a patient collaborator, adjusting conditions until you could grow into the next version of yourself. Say inwardly, this too was for me. Let your shoulders soften and the jaw unclench. The need to brace can rest. Picture yourself in the eye of the storm. Around you, winds move, events swirls, opinions clash. At the center, there is clarity. There is peace. Stillness does not stop the storm. It holds it. Rest there. Notice how even challenge brings information, how even friction generates warmth, how nothing has arrived without something to teach, refine, or reveal. Say slowly, I am not opposed by life. I am shaped by it. Feel the support beneath that sentence. I am not opposed by life. I am shaped by it. Take one more breath, and on the inhale, receive the world as it is. On the exhale, release the story that you must fight it. And as we return back to the room, gently opening your eyes, bringing your awareness to this space, carry this quiet knowing with you. You are not moving through a hostile universe. You are moving through a responsive one.
Hold on, my dear ones. Here comes the dawn. All we can do is be there for each other in these times when we don't know what to do. All we can do is be there for each other and help each other through. All we can do is be there for each other in these times when we don't know what to do. All we can do is be there for each other and help each other through. Twists and turns, unexpected, day by day moving on. I don't have all the answers, come what may, right or wrong. All we can do is be there for each other in these times when we don't know what to do.
All we can do is be there for each other and help each other through.
Crashing waves touch the shore. Time moves faster every day. Ebb and flow, no control. All that's left to say is
all we can do is be there for each other in these times when we don't know what to do. All we can do is be there for each other and help each other through, and help each other through.
Isn't that great? Thanks for the chill bumps, you guys. This is good. You know, it's interesting to me, a personal note. You know, and those of you who know me, I had lots of careers before being ordained, years of prerequisites and a couple years of ministry school. And I've thought to myself many times, so I get to be a minister for, however many years it is. But I didn't start till I was 60, so there's a time here, right? Really? This is the time with this stuff going on that I get to be a minister? Could it have been an easier time? A not so challenging time? I'll just admit that the killing of Alex Pretti has been on my heart, And we know violence occurs all the time. And we know all sorts of things happen. The fact that it was more visible in the kind of person he was makes it maybe a little more tragic, if you will. But this stuff happens all the time to people who aren't as visible, to people who weren't being filmed. And just to sit with the brokenness and the violence and the visions that I see, it's like, that's just so not how I want to see things unfold, and to want to speak to it. And by the way, I don't so overtly speak to things going on in America and things in the world. I mean, I mention it sometimes, but so that you know what I am saying all the time, every single week, that's running in the background. But the peace I feel for us as a community, as us as people on a spiritual journey, is to look at the question of what's going on here in perhaps a fuller way, and jump into the conclusion here a little bit. The stuff we see happening in the material plane, one good place to start, I would suggest the best place to start, is what is going on in here? What is going on in my heart? We talk about this all the time. We're these spiritual beings. We live our goal, our ask, our journey, if you will, our spiritual journey, our hero's journey. We're going to get there. In great part is to say we are these spiritual beings. How do we show up from that consciousness to deal with going on in the realities of my world and my time and my life? So I look at that sometimes, through all the times. I try to find a lens. Like, how am I going to look at this? And what's interesting, at least what it seems like to me, is there's lots of lenses to support us, lots of ways to look at it. There's a lens of, I always go, well, there's sort of liberation theology. There's this sense of, God's on the side of the people moving towards their liberation. Pick that lens sometimes. Keep that. That's important. There's a lens that I really enjoy that's a newer understanding called spiral dynamics. It's a lens that says we are on this, as humanity and as individuals each, we are on this evolutionary journey. And it's not linear, it's this spiral. And we keep bringing on new awakened levels of consciousness to understand what's going on and to see, have a perspective that keeps evolving. And as we evolve, we don't lose the other perspectives, we transcend them and we include them. That's a great lens. We've talked about that many times. Whether we call it spiral dynamics or not, we are talking about this evolution of our consciousness. Today, I want to speak specifically to a lens. It's one of my favorites. It's the hero's journey or the heroine's journey. And I especially lean into a couple things today. One, Joseph Cambell, who you know, the great sort of mythologist and the person looking at archetypes who leaned heavily into Carl Jung and archetypes, and it matches really well with unity metaphysics. Same kind of thing. What is the deeper symbols here going on? What are these archetypes we see playing out in the world? But the bigger question is, when I see these archetypes playing out in the world, what's happening in here? And how do I show up from those same archetypes? The other thing that I'm comparing it with is the book we're doing, which is called The Eye of the Storm. Get it? The eye. There's a storm out there, and there's an eye in that storm. That essential, universal, Christed self of me can stand in a place of peace and connection. And from that place, instead of reacting, I respond to the realities of my life as I understand them. And can't go into the whole hero's journey. That's a whole day of, and I hope you, and I'm going to give you a few pieces, and many of you are familiar with this, and if you're not so much, Joseph Cambell, a guy named Vogler who wrote a book, The Writer's Journey, who writes all about how the great myths of our time, and not just of our time. It's not just Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Hunger Games, all these great, Wizard of Oz, all these great stories we know all have this trajectory of the hero's journey, but this goes back into our deep history, the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Greek mythology, all of that goes back. And I want to talk about just a few characters today that are always part of this journey that starts with everything's fine, I'm in an ordinary world, and I get a calling, some interesting calling that comes in all sorts of ways. Harry Potter gets an owl. You got to go to Hogwarts. There's a calling. And we at first go, no, not me. You got the wrong guy. But there's a call, and it won't let us know. And we walk into this world of our adventure, of our life, of our calling, that ask of us to show up as us in powerful and new ways. And the end result of this calling, of this journey, is to end on the other side where we return home in a new way with what they call a boon or an elixir or something that we've learned on our journey to take back. Why? To take back to make ourselves famous and to soothe our ego? No. To take back for others. To take back in service. To take back to bless the all. Yeah, that's the hero of us. And a word you've all heard, and every hero is going to have a villain, and that villain is our shadow. It's that side of us that's we don't want to look at. You know, you always see the hero on any of these great journeys. And they look at this person who's, the terrible, villain. But the villain is just what's going to happen to me if I make this all about me and my fame and my power and my good fortune and me. The hero always starts off and recognizes very quickly that this isn't about me. This is about how do I serve something greater than me. Oh, and by the way, if you're thinking, well, I want to be this, I have a hero's journey. The hero, part of what it means to be a hero is there is some suffering that goes on. There is some allowing as I move forward, there will be something that I need to go through on my own hero's journey that's going to require me to give a lot of myself. And ultimately, a death of some sort. The hero doesn't get out of this unscathed. The villain likes to sit up there and surround themselves with power so that they're never touched. And you can think of people out there who you might seem, oh, I know some villains. And that's true. What are you laughing for, John? Yeah, we know this. But the bigger issue is, how is this just one big projection of me and my own inner stuff that I'm doing? Both questions. This is an internal journey and an external journey. And along the way, we meet mentors. I want to just touch a few of these questions. There's like these different mentors, like, I don't know what stories y'all read. We're probably all looking at different stories in different times, but like Dorothy in Oz gets Glinda the Good Witch. She tells her what's going on and figures like, Katniss, do you like Hunger Games? Hamish tells Katniss, like, here's the deal, here's how you survive. Luke Skywalker meets Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's your story? Dumbledore meets Harry. Here's a couple interesting stories on this. When the person gets a call, there's always a herald. There's a caller, a herald. You got a call. And then they respond. They usually say no at first, and then they go, okay, I'll do it. Who's the mentor? The Gospel of Luke starts off with this young girl gets a call. Her name's Mary. An angel comes up and says, you're going to have a kid, and this is going to be an amazing journey for you to be the mother of this child. And always the hero refuses. Not me. I'm not even married. What? This is going to happen. No, this can happen. I'm laying this on you. Will you choose to say yes? Will you choose to cross the threshold and become this heroine I'm calling you to, Mary? And then she decides, yes, I'll do it. I'll cross the threshold. And does she stand around and go, look at me, I'm now going to be, the mother of this important person? She moves and she goes to see her cousin Elizabeth, who's pregnant. She goes right into service. Right into service. In the Gospel of Matthew, isn't it funny? The first part, the hero's journey in the Gospel of Luke starts with Mary's journey, not Jesus. Mary's journey. In the Gospel of Matthew, Joseph gets called. You need to have this kid. Well, I'll just divorce her. No, you need to do this, and you need to go take care of this woman. You need to have this child. Okay, gets the call. Decides to go on the journey. It's going to be easy, right? I got a house, I can raise a kid, no problem. Yeah, Herod's trying to kill you. Time to scram and let the journey begin. Jesus was on the journey. He starts off and he shows up, and John the Baptist goes, hey, you know who you are? I've been talking about you, man. The things I've been talking in the desert. You, Jesus, I'm talking, you, come on out. And he goes right away and he goes into the desert and he starts his journey. And like I said, when you go and when you get called, we see this in the stories, but I'm talking about us. And you have a purpose. And they know in the great stories of our life, there's a purpose. Can we name our purpose? Ooh. Can we all name our purpose? Have we been called? Do we understand our calling? I find that there's these big callings, but there's these micro callings all the time. I'm on the different journey in different ways. What am I saying no to? And eventually you meet this, what they call the threshold guardian. Oh, you're going to cross the threshold. You're going to start your journey. Not so fast. You shall not pass. One of the great stories of Oedipus tries to enter the city of Thebes, and on the front of your bulletin meets a threshold guardian, the Sphinx. Yeah, these guardians, and this is a great picture, sort of. There's lots of pictures, but it was like this figure with great wings and claws and tails, and it's like, rah. And it's so easy to start our journey and go, yeah, no. That looks way too frightening. That's too scary. I don't want to do that. You're going to ask me to make a commitment. Can't make a commitment. That's work. And it could hurt. And it requires sacrifice of me, of us. Yeah. When you hear that, it's a good clue that that's part of our journey. And even in religious symbology, I found this picture I put up here about this Buddha, Krishna, I don't have all the details, but this is a great guardian of the threshold. Who wants to cross this dude? 8 arms, skulls hanging off his belt, standing on top of a guy who's going, ah, you shall not pass. Yeah, you shall. Yeah, you shall. And then when we meet that threshold guardian, it's not a matter of pulling out your sword and slaying it. We don't cross by getting into the same actions of violent and tussling. That's not the way through. The Sphinx in this story says, okay, Oedipus, you can't go by. How do I get by? And the Sphinx goes, solve a riddle. There's something you need to solve. It's a very simple riddle the Sphinx tells Oedipus. What has 4 legs, and then 2 legs, and then 3 legs? You may know the answer. A person. You start out crawling, then you walk, and then you have a cane. And the Sphinx goes, you've defeated me. You may pass. There's these riddles. There's these energies we face. There's these divine energies that look so scary. Now, this is all plain in the external world, but we have methodologies that we talk about all the time that solve the riddle. Go into your heart. Go into the silence. Look at stories from a metaphysical perspective and find out, what is at play in my soul? How is this unfolding for me? All these great things, all these thresholds. We see them in life. We see them in all sorts of, think of the scariest kind of things you see. Can you think of some that you've seen recently that are kind of scary? And how might they be threshold guardians or extreme sentinels that say, you can't pass unless you deal with me? In the manifest story, you deal with it with some kind of wand, or Harry Potter has to get the Sorcerer's Stone, but Fluffy, Hagrid calls him Fluffy, 3-headed dog, sitting on top of the thing. It's like, how do we defeat the wand? They try magic, they try all this stuff. And it turns out you play a harp and Fluffy falls asleep. There's a way. And it's not the way of violence. And it's not the way of overcoming. There's a way to cross the threshold that has to do with understanding and finding a harmony, what seems to be blocking our way forward. Yeah, you solve the riddle. One of the great thresholds is the heroes come up. Remember, they went to go, the Dumbledore and the hobbits, and they're trying to get in the dwarf's place, and they come up and there's a door. The door doesn't have a handle. It's just a door. How do we get through? Big thing in Elven that says, speak friend and you shall pass. And they're sitting there for days. How do you go through there? And finally someone says, how do you say friend in Elven? They say the word. It's like, the door's open. Can we take a breath? Go into the silence? Can we resonate with some deeper wisdom that doesn't have to be respond with anger and violence to violence? And you can say this is in the exterior world, but I'm talking about mostly in our own hearts, in our relationships. Threshold guardians might be, I want to do this, but I struggle with the thought, I'm not good enough. That's a threshold guardian. And you can try to beat up on, I'm not good enough, all you want, you're not going to win. It has to do with a deeper, awakened consciousness of attention. Attention. What is this story in my life? Attention. How am I looking at this? How can I make peace with this? Do I have a sense of really this resonance that's going on? How might I work a way to move past this guardian? Here's another threshold guardian. You can't do it. Who told you you were worthy? Oh, you think you're so special? Threshold guardians. It seems so simple, but that's this big monster inside of us that's going, you can't. How do we overcome these threshold guardians? It's not by beating them up. It's by knowing that they have something to teach us so that we can move past. Yeah, like the meditation, like the eye of the storm, what he's telling us. This game is not rigged against us. It's for us. There is nothing and nobody that's there to be against us. This is the life. This is the pattern. This is our path forward. And when I say there's nothing against us, doesn't mean there's not stuff to tussle with, to work through, to be in energy with. There's energies there we have to deal with. And by the way, we think, well, in the end, we're going to be safe. This is not about being safe. There's nothing safe about this. The kids say to the dwarf when they see Aslan coming through, the big lion, and Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, great thing. That lion, is he safe? Safe? No, not safe, but he's good. It's not about safe. As I mentioned, as a matter of fact, on this journey, you're kind of not safe. The hero will experience times of suffering. The change of the awakening, this movement forward, and whether I'm talking about the internal path first, that's the primary, but as we move this internal, we see this expressed in the external. Not safe. It requires courage, confrontation, standing up. And people do get hurt. Yeah. Not safe, but it's good. It's not against us. It's in this story, in this way of understanding, this is the way forward. I'm going to leave you with this. I want to tell you that for those of you, by the way, we have a great class on Monday. How many people do we have? Like 18? Oh my God, it was so good. One of the things we're going to do in the class on Monday, I'm sorry, I don't want to hijack your idea, but I made this little thing. This was fun. I made a little chart, and you can get one now if you don't come to the class, you want to see it. I put like Star Wars, Wizard of Oz, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Lord of the Rings, Story of Jesus. Oh, you can put up 10 more columns. Story of David and Saul, story of Jonah and the whale. All of these great stories follow up some of this pattern. Who's the hero? What's their purpose? Who's the shadow? You say, who's the bad guy? The bad guy is your shadow. It's you. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's the me when I see these villains. If I decide I want to be on purpose, that my life, I'm willing to be of service. I'm even willing to suffer if need be to the extent I need to do it for the common good, for the good of all, for the good of my friends, for the good of the one. Wait. How many presences, how many powers are alive and active as the universe and as our life? How many? One. Welcome to unity. There's another great story. It's good versus evil, not at unity. It's in the name. There's one presence and one power. There's this unitive consciousness. We're in this together. There's this one eternal, beautiful unfolding. And it's joyous and it's awesome. Is it safe? No. It's not safe. It's good. Yeah, it still takes courage. It still takes huge willingness. And it takes a huge amount of trust. And from that center place, there's a storm of energies going around us. But we can stand in that center place. I put also the who's the herald? Who's your mentor? Who's your partner? Who's the soul companions? And I put who these were for the stories. If you like these stories, and find your own story, and you can fill in the characters. But then the big question, the final column is empty. Because the big fun part of this is, all you heroes and heroines in this room, what's your story? What's your story that all these heroes, they go off on this story, and their life is not going to be fulfilled ultimately unless they go. Harry Potter needs to get out from under the stairways on Pivot Lane, and he needs to go to Hogwarts. Or you can stay at Pivot Lane with the Dursleys all your life, and oh my God, really? Who wants that? Luke can stay on Tatooine and do potatoes, whatever he was doing. Or does he want to go become a Jedi? We're all that. Yeah. Jesus could stay in Nazareth and be a carpenter. but he goes forward. He gets the call, he goes forward. Isn't it going to be great? Who's his shadow? Herod. And all his apostles are going, when are you going to take over and get rid of Herod and you be the king? He's like, I'm not that kind of king. It isn't about me and mine and power. It's about service to the whole. It's not about the kingdom of some physical kingdom on earth. It's about this kingdom of God that it's expansive and transcendent and it's universal and it goes on for eternity and it's here and I'm announcing it's coming. That's my purpose. What is your purpose? They asked him, why are you here? I'm here to announce the kingdom. That's why I'm here. I'm here to tell you that there's this bigger thing unfolding and you're part of it. Join me. Is it safe? It wasn't for him. But it was good. And by the way, the hero's journey ends in little deaths and towards the end, oftentimes suffering, and Jesus got a big dose of that. And the end story is a resurrection of sorts. That's what comes. Living true to our purpose, there's a rebirth. And then there's coming back to bring the boon, the elixir, the lessons to your friends. And we still live in that resonant energy of Jesus. We still live in that gift, that discovery of this nonviolence presence in the announcements of the kingdom of the divine for all. And Jesus did that journey. It's funny talking about like Jesus or Harry Potter, but it's the journey. It's a beautiful way. So I leave this with you. I know I watch any kind of TV show and I'll drive Dyann crazy. I pause it and I go, no, wait, what's his purpose here? And where's the heroine? It's like, can we just watch the movie, please? But it just unfolds, and you start seeing this. And it's good to see it in plays and theater and art and movies, because once we see the pattern, the question is, how is it in my life? And how do I make sense of these apparent tragedies? I don't want to simplify or think people's pain is just part of some character in a story. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we can live into this awakened awareness that we are heroes on a journey. Are we willing to say yes? Cross these thresholds, as scary as they might be, and go on this great journey of transformation. Is it safe? Is it safe? But it is good. Yeah.
He wasn't kidding about that one. Kind of exciting. Yeah, kind of exciting. I feel like something's starting in all of this. But for now, we're going to pause, and it's time for our offering. So as our ushers come forward, thank you. We know abundance is our divine inheritance, and giving is our gift of love and of appreciation. We always appreciate your generosity in support of this ministry that we are creating and discovering together. This includes each of you here with us in person, and thank you to those of you also online. As you take your offering to your heart, quietly affirm to yourself, I give freely and joyfully, for God is my source, and I have abundance in all areas of my life. And together, let's say our offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Green are the hills of the home of my heart, and blue is the color of sky. The color of sky. The world takes us too far apart. I go there by closing my eyes. Snow-covered mountains are scraping the sky as waves gently break from the shore. Forevermore, the world is too cruel, and I cry. The visions appear, and I soar. Oh, home of my heart, you're a diamond, a jewel, a tender and gentle love song. If I were a ship, you'd be the fuel that keeps me a-sailing along, that keeps me a-sailing along.
Oh, harmony. Isn't that great? Thanks, you guys. So we bless these gifts, and just so much gratitude in our hearts for all that you bring of yourselves to this community, and for all of you online, money, time, vision, ideas, energy, for all of it. We're so grateful. I'll speak for all of us, to each other, to all of us. Thank you. And blessings, unity worldwide, for the ministry and mission of unity in Bellingham, and for peace on our planet, constantly. Peace on our planet. Yeah. Some interesting, get some fun announcements today. And then you also look in your bulletin, and feel free to take the bulletin home, because on the inside, there's a lot of things in there as well. Monday, I didn't mention this to you, but the class Monday, I want to suggest, if I may, I'll hijack Jonathan's class a little, be willing to stay after for 15 minutes, because we're going to get some buckets with some Dawn soap and some rags, and we're going to split up, and we're going to wash all the inside of the windows of the church. How does that sound? Now, some people may not come because I announced it. It will go fast with all of us, because it's getting near. Yeah, no. If you don't do windows, have a thing you got to go to and just split, yeah. But it won't take long with a lot of us, so just if that works out, just afterwards, if you're willing to hang out. We mentioned a while ago that, and I've started this again, at 9:00 p.m. every night, if you would consider this, set your alarm on your clock. And at 9:00 p.m., when that alarm goes off, take a minute. A lot of times if we're busy doing something, it's 15 seconds. But just take a breath. Just take a breath for peace. For peace. And know that you're in a resonant field with just tens of thousands, if not millions of other people who are taking a minute breath for peace every night. This is a tradition that started with Unity magazine in the late 1800s or maybe early 1900s, where they used to announce a prayer, and Unity people around the planet would take just a moment at 9:00. So I had done that, it fell off my alarm, but it's back on now. 9:00 p.m., just whatever you're doing, just, okay? And let's talk about that and see how that matters. By the way, as you noticed, today's a potluck. There's always plenty, please stay. And also, when you're done and you're the last couple at the table, if you feel like it and it's not too much, just fold the tablecloths and put the table away, because it's at the very end, there's a lot of cleanup to do. And it goes fast as we take turns. The Eye of the Storm, we put out, if you haven't signed up yet, there's 2 sign-up sheets. There's a Wednesday night here and a Thursday morning here for the exact time. I think it's 10:30 Thursday morning. A lot of what we talked about today is kind of the stuff we're going to focus in on, the Eye of the Storm. It's a fabulous book by a Unity minister. Him and his wife wrote 2 similar books. Really profound ministers in the Unity movement, Gary Simmons. And then and we're going to say, and not only that, but it's a time, especially if you're newer to Unity or you've been to Unity but haven't come in a while, if you can find it, to come. If you can't come for all 6, then come for 3. It's a pretty easy read. And a lot of it's going to be a time for Q&A about Unity, the movement, discovering where we're going, as well as the material in the book. So they're up for the last minute. Classes start next week. And if you know you're in the class and you haven't started reading it, chapters 1 and 2, please. And look at the questions at the end. That's what we'll be focusing on for this first week. And if you need a book, I got a stack of them still. And I got a few more in my office. So please come see me. 2 other things. Oh, for those of you who've done a pledge card, these went out in the mail, so everyone should have got one, but maybe you had one and lost it. And the pledge card is really, here, I had an idea. See this big monster here that makes you go, oh, I can't cross that? Here's your pledge card. This may be your threshold to cross. Yeah, I'm in, but like money, I don't cross that threshold. This really, and that's great, and we appreciate and thank you. But this helps with the budget. It also helps if you'd like cross your threshold. And if you did, we have a gift for you. I have a basket of these great Unity magnets. So every year there's a different one. Get your collectible. And if you've given a pledge card, you get a magnet. I've given most of them out, but if you haven't gotten yours yet, that would be great. And finally, let me see, clean up, potluck. Next week is Earth Care. And I know, I have 2 more. Thank you. I'm reminding me because I have forgotten. We'll get to birthdays in a second. But for Earth Care, we are planning to let you guys know, we've got a Earth Day in April celebration. And we might have mentioned this, but we're starting to collect wood. We're going to cut out birdhouses, and we're going to have a big birdhouse creation event, and probably afterwards popcorn and an Earth Day movie. So we'll make it a nice Saturday afternoon event, and it'll be great for everyone of all ages, and we're planning that. More on that, stay tuned. But Earth Care people, next week we'll work on that. And finally, February birthdays. February birthdays? Come on, Beth, is it you? Are you waiting? You don't want to be alone? You can be alone. I'll stay here with you. Is it you? No? Anybody? I thought you were looking around like, is there really no
Here we go. All together, hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. Whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free and share blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, make good flow through you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. 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 Peace enfold you. Spirit lift you. Breathe it in. Truth come through you. Make good flow through you. Let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. 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 Keep it going.
Well, as we complete our service today, let's join together and say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much for joining us today. May love be with you this week. We look forward to chatting and visiting some more at the Unity Cafe for lunch afterwards. Okay, and just from your seats right there, right where you're at, we can join our closing
choose
song.
love.
I choose love.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love.
Peace in my family.
It's growing because I choose love.
Let love be present.
Let love be present. It's what we're made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One loving family sharing one son. I choose love. I choose love.
Peace for our
Peace
planet.
for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one.
One choice.
One choice unites us. Let this be the one. I